The Republican-controlled legislatures of North Carolina and Georgia just passed some truly heinous laws against the LGBT community. One of those bills has been signed into law, another may be soon. And now more than a dozen major corporations and sports behemoths like Google, Delta, American Airlines, Coca-Cola, the NFL, and the NAACP have joined in denouncing the laws. First in North Carolina, where the General Assembly pushed through a bill that nullifies legal protections for LGBT people, protections that had been passed by the Charlotte City Council. And while we're used to Republicans arguing to move power and authority away from the remote federal government to the state governments, which are, in their view, closer to the people, somehow when Republicans control state houses, they are suddenly very keen to try to remove power from the cities that are even closer to the voters. This is such an example. This law is designed to defeat the city of Charlotte's expanded non-discrimination ordinance that would allow transgender individuals to use the bathrooms that correspond to the gender with which they identify. The law goes even further, according to Charlotte Observer. It will also keep Charlotte and any other municipality from adding new protections for gays, lesbians, or transgender individuals. North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory, Republicans, signed the bill into law hours after it passed. In Georgia, meanwhile, the legislature has passed a so-called religious liberty bill that is so broad that, according to Slate, it would allow faith-based organizations, a category defined broadly enough to potentially include Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby, to deny services and hire and fire employees based on sexual orientation. Disney and Marvel have said their businesses will go elsewhere if the Republican governor signs that into law. According to the state's Department of Economic Development, $1.7 billion was spent on production in fiscal 2015 in the state of Georgia. In fact, all told, these are just some of the companies that have voiced opposition to either or both the North Carolina and Georgia legislation. The NBA questioned its, quote, ability to successfully host the 2017 All-Star Game in Charlotte. Now, it is not too late for Georgia's governor to refuse to sign the bill that is in front of him. It is not even too late for North Carolina Republicans to come to their senses and repeal that law.